Okay, thank you very much, Paul. Good evening and good morning in your country. I'm Zaki. I'm from Gajah Mada University, and today I would like to share our study about the drought by SMIP 6, and especially in meteorological drought in Borneo. Actually, our motivation for research about this is this condition in Kalimantan or Borneo every year, and then especially after El Nino event in 4 years, every 4 years, there is some forest fire in the dry season, and then uh, this problem, uh, many country and then many scholars research about the uh, what happened in Borneo, because the effect of the drought or in the dry season, such as fires, it will be affected to the biodiversity and then bilateral communication between Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore. Sometimes we have some conflict affected by the this condition. I got some reference from Putri Sosial Institute about the forest fire risk in Indonesia, especially in Borneo. It will be increased in September, from the July, August, and then very high risk in September. For that, I got some data from reference that is in September up to 167,000 hectare will be there is a forest fire increase. After that, we analyze uh, the data for analyzing the drought, especially in July, August, and September. And after that, we using the SMIP 6. This is just some pieces of my research study. And then I took this, especially in Borneo, in one location. The historical analysis start from the 1991 to 2017, and then the future 2023 up to 2054. And the current data, this is our problem, and then our issue that the ground data in Indonesia still uh, too much lacking of the data. And then we got one of the data set called SACHA ND or SAOPS, or in Europe, European observation. This is from the gathering from the agency of the meteorological agency in the world, and especially in Southeast Asia, gathering the data. After that, they make the graded data like that, and then I utilize this data set. After that, we analyze the uh, RMSE and then the coefficient correlation and bias of this data to the SMIP6 model. We have five SMIP model. This is based on previous study, that only one previous study analyzed the variation or the correction about the SMIP6 model with the ground data, especially such a ND. And after that, we analyze the drought assessment by SPEI and SPI. Uh, in this moment, I just took one pieces of my study. This is in Timur Kalimantan or East Borneo. Why we took this location? Because this is we have one national vital objects. That is the new capital city in Indonesia, and every September or every 1 year a day uh, will be worried about the forest fire. And then now our new capital city has a bullet, and then the forest fire will be the more threatened to this location. That's why we took uh, one area, especially this new capital city in here, and then we took around the East Kalimantan to this. There is 15 up to 20 location with the graded data 1 degree. And after analyze with historical and future projection, this is only just one model I present in this moment. We can see the minimum temperature or annual minimum temperature will be lower, will be decreasing in the future. We can see in here, this is up to half of the area in East Borneo. In historical, still have a minimum temperature 22 up to 24 degrees Celsius, but in the future, there is a lower in 22 and 24 degrees Celsius. After that, we also analyze the maximum temperature and the maximum temperature up to 29 to 33 degrees Celsius. And in the future, we got the analysis that this is a very I'm very worried about this, but we still analyze again. This is the condition of the future in 2023 up to 2054. There is some increasing area of the maximum temperature in East Borneo. Then we analyze the rainfall condition. And here there is some increasing the lower intensity 1000 up to 2000 millimeter per year, increase from the 8000 up to 98,000 kilometer per square in the future. So if we can see in here, the lower intensity will become more increase and more wider into the East Borneo. But the trend and the pattern is still same. That June, July, August, September, it will become the decreasing of the rainfall, or we call the dry season in here. After that, we analyze the drought analysis. We use the SPI and SPA, and I heard from another presenter in last year, Timothy. Timothy analyzed the drought in Borneo, in Central Borneo by ENSO. But today I would like to analyze by SPI and SPEI. This is based on our government regulation, that in our government regulation we use SPI and SPA for analyzing the drought assessment. And if we can see in here, in historical, in SPI, there is a little moderate drought, but in the future it become wider area for the moderate drought. And in SPI we just have the two classification, no drought and mild drought, but in the future we have up to moderate drought. And after that, we analyze also the number of event, the mild drought in this area. It become increasing from the 185 events in historical up to 204 events in the future. So only that my analysis, and then the conclusion for this. This is just some pieces of our study, and then we conclude that the utilization of SMIP6 for analyzing some area, especially in Indonesia, is still a few studies. I found some the researcher or some the scientists focused analysis the SMIP6 by CHIPS, CRU, and ERAS and ERA5. But for the ground data, is more effort for getting the data from our government. And then this study would like to give some recommendation or some suggestion how we can getting together to get data and to analyze the data more detail. Especially for your imagine, we got the ground truth data from this area to the government tools is up to 100 kilometer, but the standardized by WMO is 25 kilometer for automatic weather station. But in this area, we still lacking of the tools, infrastructure, and the data for analyzing the SMIP6 and then compare or to the ground data. Okay, thank you very much. That is our study, and I give back to Paul.
Thanks, Muhammad. Has anybody got any questions? Anyone want to raise a hand or put a question in the chat? I'll just ask a question because it's not very clear to me particularly. Is that the forest fires which occurred and which are you project that there'll probably be an increase in the risk of forest fires because of the drought, the possibility of increase in drought. Are the fires caused naturally, or is it from forest clearance? Is it a mix of man-made and accident and like natural, or what's the main cause of the fires?
Actually, for the forest fire, we still analyze, or we still analyze the integration between the drought to the forest fire by some method Bayesian and then the other. So I cannot give the conclusion. I just stop in the meteorological drought only, like that. So the forest fire maybe after this like that.